There we go. Man. He also did a freestyle called No Pressure I made a while ago. So if there's any confusion about that, it's because he also, not only is this album called No Pressure, he also did a freestyle a while back. But yeah, No Pressure, really good song. A lot of pretty clean bars, really nice, reminiscent instrumental of his old stuff. And I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's really really slick, really clean. I love it. It's a really good intro. It's got some like other stuff in there too. A little bit of not wordplay, but cameo kind of cool effects going on. It's really cool. He does a little bit of wordplay in there too. Really nice. Hit My Line is the next song, and this is one of my favorite songs on the album. I really love this song. As you can hear right now, it's also kind of reminiscent of some of his older stuff, but this entire album, a big chunk of it feels like it's like an old Kanye album, and it's just super. It's just a really good feeling. It's like you mix Logic and Kanye, and you get this like really nice album, and I think it really shines right now. This song, I think there's some bars in here that I didn't really like because I thought they were just kind of corny, but as I listened to it a couple times over, I could really forgive it. It really grew on me. This whole album. The first time I heard it, I thought it was like a 6 out of 10, but as I keep listening to it, I realize how wrong I was because man, this album is just really really good. If this is if say you'd never listened to rap before, right, and you want to start somewhere, I think this is a really good album for you to start listening to. I don't mean like I mean more technical rap, more lyrical stuff, not more mainstream stuff right now, but this is a good place to start if you want to even just start listening to Logic. This album is a really great way for you to get introduced to him rather than his older or than his last couple albums. This one I think is the one you should start with if you ever want to start listening to this, or maybe you should even just give this one a listen through, even if you don't, because this one's he just mentioned the Kanye song Jesus Walks. That's one of my favorite songs, and I do get a lot of those vibes from this album, and I think it's a really nice way to end off his career. Anyways, Hit My Line's gonna get a 9.5. I don't think it's perfect, but I do really, really love this song. I'm gonna press play on this next one here so I can kind of go through it. But GP4, this song has a really nice instrumental. I'm not sure if this is the one that has the. No, it's not the one with the beat switch, but this is a super chill song. I love this. This entire album doesn't feel so intense or like he's trying to make a statement, but there is still substance to what he's saying. It's a really nice conversation, or not conversation, combination, and I guess also a bit of a conversation too, but this song especially is super good. It's got a really clean beat. Like, if you remember back in, I don't remember when, but one of my earlier music review streams, there was a song that Jonathan Groff did with another girl from some musical, I forget. Oh, I think it was like 36 Questions or something like that. And that beat reminds me of this one. This beat is so clean. I love the production on this album. It's some of the best that I've heard from Logic in a really long time. It's super good. I love it. GP4 is gonna get a 8.9. I don't think it's a 9, but it's a really strong song. These first three are a really good opener to this album. It got me really hyped up. And Celebration is the next one. This is just a straight up Kanye song. I absolutely love this song, dude. Logic brings back a lot of the old repetition and stuff that he used to have, and it gives a lot of Kanye vibes, like I said. But it's a super good song. Celebration is probably there's a consensus. The common consensus is that this is the best song in the album, and I don't disagree. It's a super good song. I think it's definitely worthy of it. At first, I didn't really like it because it felt like a big flood of sounds in my ears, but the more that I listened to it, it really grew on me, and I like it a lot. Celebration is going to get a 9.6 because I just don't think it's a 10, but it is a really strong song, and I really like the inspiration. You can tell it's really Kanye inspired. I think they even mentioned it at one point or another. Earlier, it sounded like it was inspired by Nas, and he had mentioned that Nas was an inspiration as well. Listening to Illmatic and stuff, it's super super good so far. Then we get to Open Mic / Aquarius 3, which I'm decently sure this is one of my favorites on the album. It's like he's attending like a poetry night or something, hence the open mic part. But this song has a really good beat switch up in the middle into Aquarius 3. I guess this is like a combination. I don't know much backstory about Logic, obviously, so maybe there's some other songs that I'm forgetting about that were also called Aquarius. There probably was, but true Logic fans know that. I'm not, so forgive me on that one. But this also has a really clean instrumental, even past the beat switch up, which I'm going to let you guys listen to this first beat, and then I'm going to switch to the beat switch up, which I don't remember where it is, but I'll try to find it. There it is. Super clean transition between both of these. If you take the time and listen to the song, I think out of any of the songs on here, this one and Hit My Line are the two that you really have to go for if you want to get into this album. It's super, super good. I love this beat switch up in here. It's super clean. One of the best ones that I've heard on an album, that, or at least within the same song. It's not like a drop in quality from one beat to the next. Like there was, I believe, on Kamikaze, which was not an old Eminem album, but an Eminem album. There's a beat switch in one of the songs that kind of saved that song. I think it was called like Bad Guy or something like that. But the beat switch was way better than the first beat. That doesn't happen here. This is just a super clean, nice beat into another super clean, nice beat. And I'm really proud of the production on this album. Like I said earlier, this open mic Aquarius 3 is going to get an 8.5 again. Super good song. Love this song. This is one of the first ones that you really need to listen to if you're going to listen to this album. Or honestly, you could honestly just go from top to bottom and that wouldn't really kill you either. I listened to this entire song while I was playing some video games. It's such a chill, yet like, it's got substance, but at the same time it's not forcing it on you, you know? I don't know how to word it, but it's a super good album. Anyway, next, Soul Food 2. This also kind of sounds like a Kanye album, and then you get some other samples. I believe there's like a Kendrick sample on one of these. I forget which one it is. It might have been one of the other ones. Forgive me if I didn't catch it, but yeah, this has another pretty clean instrumental on it. Here, I'm gonna fast forward so you can hear some words, but this is man, this song has a lot of technical bars on it. There's a few, like I said, Logic always has a few kind of non bars in there that don't really hit, but most of the time they're pretty clean. And honestly, this album has way better bars than the last one. I think it was Confessions of a Dangerous Mind was the last one, but this is such an improvement over that album, guys. If you are a Logic fan, or even if you're not a Logic fan, after that album, this is such an improvement over it, honestly. And Soul Food 2 is also a really good one. I guess there was a song called Soul Food or something earlier. I'm sorry, I don't know. But man, this is such a clean song, really good instrumental. I keep saying clean, but that's just how I feel about it, man. The production, I can't compliment enough. It's so good on this album. Next, actually, Soul Food. Soul Food 2 is going to get a 9.1 because I think it's better than what did I give the other one earlier? I forgot. But anyways, Perfect is the next song that we have. Or I don't think this was this a song or was this a skit? There was one of them that had like a skit in it too. Oh, I forget. Sorry, guys. Oh no, this was the one that gave me vibes to like, there was this old video game that used to be like breakdancing, and this sounds just like that soundtrack. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, I don't know, but I think this is actually one of my least favorite tracks on the album. Not to say that it's bad, but it's just, it's not my style, not my kind of test, or not my kind of, not my cup of tea, that's what I'll say. I don't know what I said earlier, but anyways. I'm going to give this one a 6.7. I don't think it's trash, but I really think it's the worst one on the album. Next is Man I Is. Really clean instrumental on this one too. I want to fast forward it a bit so I remember what it is. Oh yeah, this is where he does some of the repeating stuff again, like you heard in some of his earlier stuff. Super good song. I'm just going to skim through the rest of these because, guys, this is an album that you're going to have to experience for yourself. This isn't one of the albums where it's like, okay, here are the good songs, here are the bad songs on it. Most of these songs you're going to find you'll actually really enjoy them. Except for the last one, Obedient Ears. That one is not really a song, but it's a heartfelt kind of statement. I guess it's a really clean way to end the album, and I guess a really nice way, a heartwarming, wholesome way to finish off the album. Anyway, I'm not even there yet. I don't know why I'm talking about it, but anyway, this album starts to get a bit more technical towards the middle and towards the end. It starts off pretty simple, and then he gets into it later. One thing that you'll notice when you're listening to the album, first of all, Midnight is gonna get an 8.2 out of 10. Dadbot is also one of my favorites because it's more technical, but something that you'll notice when you're listening to this album is that Logic isn't chopping it up, which is to say that he's not really just spitting as fast as he can in every song, which can be good because there are some songs that really benefit off of that are in his catalog. But for this one, he really slowed it down because he realized, I don't know if he realized, but he didn't go all out in trying to impress in the technical aspect, which can work sometimes, right? Obviously, that's not a bad thing. In fact, I probably enjoy that, but he kind of took I know I keep referencing Eminem stuff, but he took like a Marshall Mathers LP2 kind of take to this, right? Where he slowed it down, or that might have been LP1, I can't remember. Whichever one Kill You is on, but he slowed it down, but it didn't destroy the song. It actually really helped it because it really helps set the mood for the album, if that makes sense. He's still putting on his nice little lyrical abilities. He has really good pen game on this, like I said earlier, but it's just this song right here, Dadbot, I think this is where he has the best pen game, I would say. I think there might be one that I didn't like in here. It's hard for me to remember, but Dadbot is going to get a 9.7 because I really like this song. Obviously, throughout this entire thing, he mentions his son, he mentions his upbringing, stuff like that. Everything you would expect from a last album. It's like a reminiscing album. He says a couple thank yous in there. Really good song. Anyways, Five Hooks. This is such a good song. This is literally a callback to all his biggest hits. I think one of his first lines is a reference to, Under Pressure? I don't remember, but yeah, this song is like a love letter to himself. It's really good. I love this song. It's a callback, and he's still got some bars in there. Really clean. I love it. I'm going to try to see if I can hear it. Okay, I can't hear it. Anyways. Next we got... Five Hooks is going to get a 9.3 for me. Next we got Dark Place. Wait, I think I paused it. There we go. Anyways, yeah, it's exactly what you think it is. Like he just said, he's writing this from a dark place. But this is one of the more lyrical songs too. Not really chopping it up or anything like that. I think he only does that maybe 2 times in the entire album. Everything is really understandable. Tons of wordplay, double entendres in this album though. And this is a really good song too. He throws in a couple thank yous like he does in other songs, but man, these last 3 songs, or these last, I guess, 5, because I'm on 5 songs, but these last 5 tracks, I should say, really, they blend together so well. Like, they don't stand out to me. I think the first 5 are a decent chunk better than the last 5, or at least, I guess, they're more memorable to me, they're more catchy, they're more stuff that you put on a playlist, but these last ones, they go really well together with the whole wrapping up his career. Or I doubt it's really going to be his career, but for the time being, you know. Next we got A to Z. This is where he starts out talking to his baby. It's a really cute song, talking about fatherhood and all that. This, like I said, he's talking about how he has a kid now, and he's got to do stuff differently. Super good. I love the wrapping up of this album. The album sticks to the theme so well. It's talking about callbacks, giving, like, kind of wrapping up loose ends. Even though if that makes sense to previous albums, he's like, this is like a big old band-aid over everything that's just happened to him. The last album, the unfinished stuff that he's released, it's really good. I love it. Did I read Dark Place? I don't remember if I did, but anyways, A to Z is gonna be, I really like it. I think I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I think that's really reasonable. Pretty short song compared to some of the other stuff on here, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I really like it, actually. Heard Him Say. I don't even remember this song. I think. Oh yeah, I do remember it. I lied. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. Yeah, this is what really reminded me of the Kanye stuff. You got the light-hearted singing, not the light-hearted, the light tone singing. Oh, and such a clean beat on all of these guys. There isn't a single beat on here except for Perfect that I think could have been better. All of these are really super good. Getting callbacks, like I think he just said Jay-Z, Nas earlier, P. Diddy, I think he had it in the last song. Super good. Heard Him Say is also one of my favorites on here. I just don't know why I didn't remember how it sounded like. I think when I was listening to this earlier, they just transitioned into each other so well that I just couldn't differentiate them. So sorry about that, guys. But anyways, I'm gonna skip Heard Him Say. There's not much to say about this. It's kind of like Celebration and Soul Food earlier. It's that nice kind of Kanye-inspired thing, but he puts his own. It's very Logic more than it is Kanye, but you can hear the inspiration. Super good. Great song, love it. Gonna give it a 9.6 as well. I actually really think this song is underrated. Amen is the last one. This kind of sounds like, oh, I forgot what his earlier song was. That you know what I'm talking about if you're a Logic fan, but the vibes from here, talking about God and all that, well, it wasn't Under Pressure, but super good. You can hear again the Kanye influence and the synths and all that. The gospel too. This song is one of the best endings to an album, I think, in my opinion, that I've heard. At least a rap album, because it's not like I've listened to many things that aren't rap albums or musicals. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Obediently Yours, if you're wondering, it's more like a speech, like you can hear. I don't know where that's ripped from. Probably people who are smart could figure out where that's from, but it's a great way to wrap up the album. Super nice. Obviously, don't put that one on your playlist because it's not a song, but super good. I love this album. No Pressure, Logic. It's going to get a 9.3 out of 10. I think if you're gonna start listening to Logic, and you don't want to start off with old stuff, you want to start off with something that you can relate to right now, I think No Pressure is going to be your way to go. Even if you're just trying to get into rap, it's a decently short album too, like only an hour long, not that many tracks, only like 15, honestly 14, because I don't really count Obediently Yours. But this is the way to go if you're someone who doesn't want to go straight off diving into rap with these harsh beats, harsh deliveries. This is a super chill, yet something of substance that you can just play in the background whenever reading a book or playing video games like me, anything like that. This is the album for you. I think this is a great way to end off his career, and I think he did a really good job with it. I'm really happy that this is the way that he's gonna end it. I don't think Confessions was that good of an album, to be honest with you. I don't think it was trash, but I think this is such a great way to end it. And that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you guys have any albums or anything like that, any musicals even, I'm probably gonna do other stuff like that too, that you want me to review in a single video, give all of my attention to it. Comment it down below. Tell me what you think if you like this kind of shorter style video, just talking about music that I like or don't like, depending on other stuff. I'm not gonna soften up just because I'm doing a video about it, you know. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. And if you stop by the stream, I know there's a couple of you in there right now. If you stop by the stream, if you enjoyed it, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. My channel's growing, and it's because of you guys. I really appreciate it. Anyways, I'm gonna end it off there.